welcome to the finest of London. And today we have an amazing guest, two business ladies, Anne Charlotte and Paulina Gerdne. Ladies, welcome and thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Nice to be on the show.
For having us.
And the first question I wanted to ask you, how did you start the business? Were you always into arts?
Well, way back, we started with concept development in the business for the hospitality sector. Mostly, we did restaurants, hotels, and things like that with the whole interior design and art, and also creating the concept. And that was more in Scandinavia. And then we moved to London, and we started to think, well, we should focus more on the art and together with the interior design, to be more focused. In a big city like London, I feel it, or we felt it's better to be focused on a smaller niche. So that's why we focus on art. We're also very passionate about art. So that's why we did that.
And Paulina, did you have a background of marketing, or somehow you were involved in marketing?
Yes, so I graduated university with a degree in marketing and branding and in fashion marketing as well. So I've always had that creativity in me. Also from a very young age, I always knew that I wanted to do something creative. I never wanted to sit, behind the desk. That was not going to be me, So yeah, and then we came up with our Concepts London, and it's going really well. And we found that, we're in the right place. We're exactly where we're supposed to be.
Yes, I understand. And who are your main clients?
So our main clients is, how we work with everything is that, from a one-off interior design project or to a wider range of conceptual pieces, we work very personally with each client to find suitable solutions to each client's unique needs. And
yes,
I think lately the last year has been mainly private clients because some projects just stopped in hospitality, what happened with COVID and everything. Yeah. And also some digital platforms, because the art world is changing a little bit, so the platforms are growing a lot, and you can then work also more internationally, of course, with the platforms. But before that, hospitality has always been a big thing for us.
Right. And what is the main service you provide to the clients?
So I think that we take a lot of pride in taking time to understand and connect each element and characteristics of our clients' existing space. And basically, we try to tell through our lens the story of our client. And we'll source the art, and if they want interior design as well, we do that as well, to enrich the overall decor. And basically what we're all about is creating inspiring spaces. And art is so much more than just something on the wall. It tells a story, and it can tell a story about the client and every person's unique needs and wants and aspirations in life. So yeah.
Yes. So I used to live in Luxembourg for some time. And Luxembourg is a very small city. It's about 130,000 people. But their buildings of the banks and wealth management companies are huge. When you enter the building, there's a reception area with 10 meters high ceilings, and it's full of art. So many banks are collecting art. So my question is, what would you recommend for private bank to have on their walls when clients are entering the building? And another question is, what would you recommend for the bedroom, to put it over a fireplace in your bedroom? So, ladies.
Well, for investment, for banking and big companies, etc., I think it's art. We feel that art tells a story. So it's very much about what they do. Investment bankers maybe want something original, edgy. And since we love to work with emerging artists, we love to put some emerging artists that are, just a big, lovely, abstract piece. That's what I would do.
Yeah, yes.
And I think
bedroom, darling, maybe you want to talk about that.
I think that for the bedroom, it is such a personal space, and it all depends on what the client wants, well, what are their interests, what are their hobbies, and everything like that. So I would put anything from abstract pieces to fine art to art photo. You know, it really all depends on the client and what they want, and also how the overall interior space is looking from the beginning. So there's a lot of different elements you have to take into consideration when we would choose such a piece for the bedroom.
What, for example, what about if it's a young lady? You know, young lady from London,
If it's for you, like yourself.
like myself.
If we choose for you, yes, for you, probably something very essential, don't you think? Something
I would
sexy.
say, from a young lady from London, I would put a lovely black and white photo, like
Love
a
it.
classical one, maybe of like old Hollywood, something like that, but not, you know, the normal Marilyn Monroe as we always see, but something a little bit more different that you haven't always seen. That's what I would put, like for myself as a young lady in London. That's what I would have, you know, above the fireplace or above in my bed. Something sexy but classy, you know.
And by the way, what's on your background, Paulina? It's exactly black and white. Tell me a little bit about this painting.
Okay. So let me see if you can see it a little bit more. So this is from one of our artists named Isabel Chalchins, and it's basically glass mosaic. Don't know if you can see.
Yes.
So it weighs 35 kilos, and it's all made of glass mosaic. So basically she cuts all the little pieces, and she has a large oven which she then melt together like you said, man, tripod, 3 stacks.
Like a pyramid.
Like a pyramid, like a pyramid. And then she creates these beautiful, beautiful pictures. She creates some of Audrey Hepburn, of Marilyn Monroe, of other like famous people, but then she also has, you know, normal models who does it. I think in the background this is Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, I thought it was Cara. Yes, I thought.
Yeah, it is Cara, and it's this is my favorite piece. I absolutely love it because it is black and white, and it would go in any shape. It would just like, wow, you know, a real statement piece. And I think that's yeah, me too. I love it.
I love big paintings, ladies. How about you? I love it.
Yes. The bigger the better, as they say. The bigger the better. Yes.
But, we need to see about Isabel. She did some commission work for the Kuwaiti royal family. Yes. So they did some of the family for their castle or house or whatever they live in. So she can do custom made for her, you know, what you want in a lot of colors.
Yes.
And what about your painting or behind you, and Charlotte?
Yes, behind me, this is a Swedish artist called Emma Stuffe. She's a very abstract, very upcoming emerging artist that we're working a lot with now. And we actually have an exhibition next week. You know, Sweden is a little bit more open now. So next week we have an exhibition with her in Stockholm because it's the Stockholm Design Week. So it's really interesting to work with Emma now. And we're going to bring her to London as soon as we can open and have something fun there with her.
Fantastic. So if somebody from our audience would like to order this, they can contact you, and I can leave your details in the description for the video.
Absolutely. And we will send a presentation. So how we usually work, if someone is interested, you know, now Instagram and everything is, you know, people see something and they contact us and we send their presentation, and that's where we start. And then if someone wants us to, you know, if they have a special room or a wall or an office, we will Photoshop the art on the wall so they can see, you know, how it looks, even if we can't meet each other right now. So that's how we've been trying to work this year. Paulina is very good with the Photoshop, so she does that very well.
You work very well to show the clients.
So what would you say about next year? What will be happening in art market? Maybe some tips for our investors.
Yes, well, the art market, we don't know what's going to happen this year because with all the international fairs, etc.
Are they all canceled?
Probably. Next couple of months, we're hoping for the summer, but nobody knows, do we? So we'll see. But I think the art market has been growing a lot on the platforms, and also I think maybe the way we work, because we are not a gallery, we are art consultants. So we can meet people through like this, or you just meet them with a good distance, and then help them in a more private way. So I think also the art market is changing a lot with the galleries. Many galleries, of course, this has been a tough period for many art galleries. So I think that people maybe will choose to work in a different way moving forward. Also because having a gallery today is a lot of costs, and also you are
Yes.
in one place. We love to work internationally, so we work a lot in Scandinavia, we work in the US, south of Europe, London of course is our base, and as art consultants we can fly and we can do that. And of course with the fairs it's a big thing, you meet people, but also we can fly anyway, hopefully soon, to meet people.
Who are the most in vogue young artists at the moment in the world? Tell me three.
Excuse me, say again, I didn't hear.
Who are the most in vogue and in demand artists at the moment? What would you say?
I think it depends. It depends where you are in the world. In Asia, of course, you have a lot of amazing art and growing artists. And I would say from Asia is Ai Weiwei, who's very famous and also quite famous in Europe and the US. Then you have African art. There is a South African woman, Tracy Rose, who is quite famous, but I mean, that's a big continent, and
Yes.
it's growing a lot now, actually, the African art. And then, of course, you have the classics like Banksy, Basquiat, Andy Warhol, who always is vogue. It's always good investment to buy them.
Yes. So you have done so many amazing projects. What would you say is your favorite? Do you have a favorite project?
Yes, for me, it was a big lifestyle concept. That was a restaurant, a wine bar, gallery that we did a couple of years ago. That was an amazing project because we could do the whole interior design and the concept and then the art, and we keep on going with the art there. So they change the art all the time. So that was a really amazing concept. And I think lately, Paulina, you can tell about the...
So lately we had a very interesting and fun project where we had some Middle East clients approaching us wanting to turn their office space into something more, something high-end, something like out of the ordinary. Wow. Where they could hold meetings with their clients from all over the world when they fly in. And so what we did was we took this very, 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 very boring office space and we turned it into something very high end with like a very nice lounge area. We changed the floors, all gray wooden floors. Right. And they even wanted a bespoke Arabic seating area.
Yes,
which is
awesome. And shisha.
Sorry, yeah, and shisha. If they can smoke it there, I'm not sure, but basically an Arabic seating area is about this much, an iPhone height of the floor. So it's very tradition in their culture. Yeah. So that was a very exciting part to choose all the materials, to make it very bespoke. And on the icing of the cake, they wanted a bespoke poker table. And so I know. So we made that happen as well. And which it was, we haven't really done that before. It's not the normal that our client wants, but it turned out beautiful with like high-end exotic leather around the poker table, 8 chairs, and they were very, and so that was a really, really exciting project, which we just finished actually. So yeah.
Absolutely. And do you have a favorite part of the world where you work?
Favorite part of the world? I think we really enjoy working in London.
I agree.
I agree. I think
I agree.
Yeah, I think in London you have everything and you have so many people from all around the world, just like in one place.
Melting pot.
yeah, in one pot. And it's just a really exciting thing, because I don't think you really have that in other parts of the world, really. You know, we enjoy working in Sweden as well, but I think London is the place that we enjoy working the most, actually.
And what's your favorite part of London?
My favorite part of London is central London, Mayfair, Belgravia, Knightsbridge,
Lovely.
all of that. I love it.
And you? And you?
I actually love the parks. I love Kensington Gardens and Hyde Park because I love to walk, and I also love Chelsea. So Mayfair, of course, is beautiful. It depends what you want to do, really, and then you can go outside. I think south of London is very nice too. So it depends what you want to do.
And now, ladies, we got to my favorite part of the program, where my guests get to tell me one secret or something, some fun fact about their life that not many people know. And I call this segment the Tales of the Unexpected.
Cool. So, do you want to start?
You go ahead.
Starting.
Okay.
Tell me all.
So I love tattoos. I love.
How many do you have?
I stopped counting a while ago. No, I'm joking.
Show me one. Show me one.
I'll show you a couple here. So let me tell background. So I think that art can be a lot of things. And I personally really take pride and enjoy art on my body in not, how to say, in a nice way, in a subtle way, not too much, if you understand what I mean. But I'll show you some I got here. So I really enjoy the classic look with diamonds and then tattoos, because they kind of like, it shocks people a little bit.
It's a rock and roll a little bit.
Yeah, I love it. I'm all about that life. I'm all about it. So let me see here.
Yeah.
For all the viewers, excuse my nails. It is lockdown.
Yeah, it is locked down actually, but yeah, we're fighting for our nails. Oh yeah, okay.
And then we have
and what do they mean, Paulina? What does it mean something for you?
Yeah, so they stand for, well, this is for my mother, and this is for my father, and this is a moon because I'm obsessed with the moon, and this is kind of like an ornament, if you can see it.
Yes, it's almost like a Moroccan, you know, they put in their hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely ornament. Yes.
Yeah.
Something
So
natural.
basically, it stands for a new beginning in my life, basically. And I have the Nefertiti tattoo here.
Oh wow!
You can see it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Nefertiti.
Very unusual. Very unusual.
Thank you. I like it.
Yes.
Nefertiti was basically, she was a queen without a king. She was a goddess, you know, and she didn't need a king in her life to be who she was. I found her very inspiring. So yeah, that is just a few.
Sharing, Paulina, and you and Charlotte, your turn.
Yeah, I'm more settled. I winter bathe.
No tattoos.
No tattoos. No,
Okay.
no. She's trying to get me to get tattoos, but no, I'm past tattoo age. Actually, I winter bathe. I started to winter bathe. It's -2 degrees in the water here. I winter bathe without a sauna before, and my goal is to be 20 seconds under the water before I go up. Yesterday I did 7 seconds.
Where do you go to winter?
By the sea, in the sea, in the ocean, by the sea.
Really? Oh my God! My girlfriend was saying that she's doing swimming in living in Cyprus now in the sea, and I was thinking she's.
Cyprus is Mediterranean. It's nothing.
It's nothing for you.
No. We don't have we have ice on the lakes, but I mean the ocean is no ice yet, so you can go inside. So that's actually
give Anna, Charlotte, for you. Does it invigorate you?
You get very.
You know, you have pinky cheeks and something like that.
Well, they say it's very good for you, but I think it actually is. It gives you a lot of energy afterwards, and then afterwards we go to the sauna or the jacuzzi because it's warm and nice. But we need to learn new things. I think in times like this, we need to do new things or things that is a challenge or something that gives you positivity. Because now it's just a strange world, and you know we have to do new things. I think it's good to learn new things.
It is actually, it was my next questions, ladies, because you look gorgeous, and maybe you give some tips to our audience how to keep positive, to keep fit, to keep, good mood, because these are challenging times, and yeah, maybe some tips.
Well, winter bathing and serpentine, maybe. No, I'm joking.
One, winter bathing and tattoos.
Yeah,
Serpentine.
yeah, I'm all about that. No, but I would say, times are hard, and it's hard for everyone. And I think what's really keeping us going is having a routine in our life, kind of waking up in the morning. And some days it's hard, it's really hard for everyone. But really going for a run and really trying to do the normal things. And also, especially for me, I think for my mother as well, we love to dress up, and we love to do our hair, and we love to, all of that. And in these times of lockdown, you can't really, there's nowhere to go, but we find ourselves still trying to do our hair, do our makeup in
Self-care.
the
It's
morning.
self-care. I think it's about
Self-care.
self-care. Actually,
Self-care.
what makes you feel good, and keep
I
those
agree.
routines, and not just let it go just because you're home, you're having your pajamas on all the time. You can do that, of course, too. But I think it's good actually to actually, do
When
some
you
good
look in the
self-care.
mirror and you see, every day you don't have makeup on, you're only in your pajamas all the time, at least in my experience, or for me, it doesn't make me feel good. So we're trying to still keep these kind of normal routines that we would have in before
Normal life.
lockdown.
But I think also
Before
keeping your
lockdown.
social contacts. I mean, I'm on the phone a lot, or keeping your social contacts, or try to work, or whatever. It is hard to work also because you can't meet people or find new projects, or etc. But you have to think about new ways of doing things and try to get that energy. But of course, we are too. If you're by yourself, of course, it's more difficult. But I think also going out. I think whatever, if it's raining or whatever, just go out, get some fresh air, and get energy from that. I think
Brilliant.
that there's a movement. I mean, everybody's walking and running these days, much more than before, I think. Even if you don't run so far, they get out.
Yes, ladies.
What do you do? What do
Oh,
you do?
go out in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
I take my kids out to play even snowballs. I keep in touch with my friends, my close friends, and we, bounce ideas. We still, on the phone or on Zoom and so on and so forth. But I totally agree that you don't want to be in your slippers and pajamas every day. You want to dress up. It's, you want to do, your hair, because it's very civilizing. We want to be better versions of ourselves, and that's art.
Yeah.
Ladies,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here today with us. I wish you a fabulous, easygoing, and prosperous 2021. I will leave your details in the description for this video, and hope to see you soon live here in London.
Yes.